What they want to do is what they have done in the past, which was already a total leadership, a total control of COVID-19 management, pandemic management. They want to have this formalized and legalized in two new agreements. One is a total new agreement, new pandemic treaty. The other one is called the International Health Regulations, existing already since 2005, but they will be amended in a way that it will be easier for WHO to declare a pandemic. Mm-hmm. Number two, all of their recommendations will become legally binding. Yes. Number three, officially WHO will be the supreme information monopoly power number one, with the right of exercising censorship. Number four, there will be no mechanism of whatsoever reassessment or control vis-a-vis WHO. So no second opinion, no stop button, no possibility to stop a pandemic, no possibility to stop any harmful measure, recommendation. And number five is they will be under total immunity, totally protected, so they don't have any incentive themselves to correct.
Basically, you're saying that if the World Health Organization would decide that they were going to declare a world pandemic again, maybe let's say next year there's a supposedly a new SARS virus coming up. Yeah. And they would then declare a pandemic, which would grant them total control of. Yes. I mean, then the Icelandic government or the Swiss government, or they will not be deciding whether there's going to go into lockdowns or anything. The World Health Organization would decide that.
Yes.
Just like no, now everyone is going into lockdown. We're going to shut down businesses. We're going to shut. That will be in the hands of the World Health Organization.
Yeah, that's right.
That's amazing.
This is amazing.
If this is happening.
You know, this comes to a transfer of power in an amount that you cannot pack into this legal instrument of the International Health Regulations. The International Health Regulations, according to the World Health Organization's own constitution, Article 21 of the Constitution, they are designed only to allow WHO to harmonize certain standards, make recommendations, but they don't allow WHO to interfere directly into the economy, into the decision-making process of the countries, into the health of the people. And this is what they did already in the past. You can make the argument, well, it was not legally binding. The countries did it sort of their own. But in the future, it will be legally binding. You can see that from the texts.
That's what they are changing.
This is what they're
formalizing. What the
so actually, and this comes to the core of the problem. If we suddenly have a regime which allows an external force to at any time, for whatsoever reason, and we cannot actually review that reason, to declare emergency status, taking away our rights, our sovereignty, self-determination, literally everything which makes us human, we should be involved. We should be asked in the first place. And this is what is not taking place. Public is not informed. Politicians do not know anything. And they just say, well, public health regulations, that's not our problem.
This is giving an organization like the World Health Organization totalitarian control.
Yes, absolutely.
Over its the countries that are associated with.
It gives the WHO the possibility to, at any time, as long as they please, to suspend our constitutions and take over total control under the title of, pandemic prevention. We need to protect you, we need to protect you. So therefore, we take control, supreme leadership, supreme information control, censorship, and no second opinion is allowed, no other treatment than what is recommended by the WHO. That will be the reality. It is so shocking that, in my view, everybody who has understood the problem, whether it is from the left, from the right, poor or rich, we will be all concerned. We will all be under this duty to get injected with experimental whatsoever substances. Nobody knows what is in it and what will be the long-term effects. And the only benefiters, the only profiteers, or those who benefit and have a profit, will be the producers of these substances, but not the people. And who will then ultimately bear the risks and the costs for all of these side effects will be us, the people.
But why is the World Health Organization going down this road? I mean, are they under the influence of the big pharmaceutical industry? And that's the case? Why
if you look at WHO's own homepage regarding the financing, then you can see that over 80% of the finances
come from private.
Comes be not from the private sector, but it comes as a conditional financing, meaning it is tied to a condition of the sponsor.
Sponsors being Bill Gates.
I must be a bit more precise here. So the overall figure of what are the contributions from the member states compared to all of the rest, these sponsorship amounts. So the contribution of the member states was below 20% in the past years. So 80% actually comes from other contributions. And out of these 80%, again, 80% is conditional.
They put in conditions that
yes,
you're not going to get this money unless you're going to do this and this and this.
Right, and so, I mean, it's conditions of the sponsors who drives the acting of WHO. And among of these sponsors, you have one of the top number one sponsors is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And if you take together Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with Gavi, which is an alliance whose only purpose is to promote vaccines, to shape the markets, as they say, on their own homepage. They say, we shape the markets in order to better sell our products. I call this antitrust breach, antitrust laws breach. It's the attempt to create monopolies.
If
you say we want to shape the market. So this is also heavily controlled by Bill Gates. So actually, Bill Gates, together with Gavi, they are the main sponsors, number one, of this conditioned payments.